Ever wonder what happens when a team sinks millions into a player with sky-high expectations, only for them to never even sniff the big leagues? Today we're diving into the fascinating and sometimes heartbreaking world of MLB draft busts. Specifically, we're looking at number one overall picks for whatever reason never made it to the big leagues. Now in MLB history, there are only three such cases that never made MLB. For the most part, any number one pick is going to make the MLB. Whether they're good or not, that's another story. These are stories of immense talent, crushing injuries, and the unforgiving nature of professional baseball. I'm Nick Dwyer here for the 10th inning, and let's dive into the first number one draft pick in 1966 that failed to make it, Steve Chilcott. Drafted out of high school by the New York Mets, one spot ahead of Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, Chilcott was a catcher with all the tools. The Mets saw their future behind the plate, but a devastating shoulder dislocation diving back into second base on a pickoff attempt sustained during a minor league game in 1967 proved to be too much to overcome. Playing in a combined 26 games over 1968 and 1969, in 1970 Chilcott played a total of 78 games between Single-A, Double-A, and Triple-A. However, poor stats led to a demotion back to Single-A in 1971, where he played in 91 more games before the Mets ended the experiment and released him. Joining the Yankees farm system in 1972, Chilcott played 24 games between Single-A and Double-A before his career came to an end. Whether it was the injuries sustained from that shoulder dislocation, his ability, or a mixture of both, Chilcott became the first cautionary tale of how quickly a promising career can be derailed. The next number one pick to never make it is Brien Taylor. The Yankees made him the first overall pick in 1991 out of high school, envisioning another left-handed ace in the mold of their storied past. He had incredible velocity and raw talent from a 6'3 frame. However, a series of injuries significantly hampered his progress. In December 1993, Taylor got involved in a bar fight after his brother was assaulted, severely tearing his glenoid labrum in his throw and shoulder after throwing a punch that missed its mark. Up to that point, Taylor had gone 19 and 15 between Single-A and Double-A during the 92 and 93 seasons with a 3.03 ERA. Needing surgery after the tear, Taylor never reached any of his heights again, lasting only 46 more starts in rookie and Single-A ball, 41 with the Yankees and 5 with the Indians. Taylor went 3 and 15 with an 11.26 ERA. Despite flashes of brilliance in the minors early on, the majors remained out of reach after the injury, a stark reminder of how fragile pitching arms can be. And speaking of fragile pitching arms, we have our last number one pick who failed to make it, Brady Aiken. The Houston Astros selected him first overall in 2014. He was a highly touted pitcher with a powerful arm and a bright future coming out of high school. However, the deal fell apart due to concerns over the health of his elbow during the physical, which led to the two sides not agreeing on a signing bonus, leading to no deal, making him the first overall pick to not sign since Tim Belcher in 1983. This led to him joining IMG Academy in 2015 in their postgraduate program. In his first start for IMG Academy, he was removed in the first inning, and Aiken cited elbow discomfort, which eventually led to Tommy John surgery. The injury concerns that led to the Tommy John surgery was the exact reason why Aiken and the Astros never came together on the deal in the first place. However, Aiken still got selected in the 2015 draft, 17th overall, by the Cleveland Indians because they knew potential was there. Debuting in 2016, Aiken pitched poorly through rookie and Single-A ball through 2017, leading to taking 2018 off, working on strength and conditioning, and trying to work on the mental side of his game. Returning for 2 games in 2019 in Single-A, Aiken had a 40.5 ERA before being sidelined for the rest of the season. Missing 2020 due to the pandemic, Aiken was on the IL for the early 2021 season before the Indians finally released him. 3 seasons in the minors led to Aiken having a 7-18 record to go with a 5.18 ERA. 3 different players, 3 different paths, but all share the same unfortunate distinction, never reaching MLB despite being the best of the best on draft day. It doesn't matter who you are, the path to MLB is not easy, and though number one pitch almost always make it, these 3 did not. The one thing they all had in common, though this might just be a coincidence, is that they were all drafted out of high school, leading to maybe a change in thought compared to college and high school players, but that's another topic for another time. For Nick Dwyer in the 10th inning, these were the 3 players that were drafted number 1 overall that failed to make MLB. Thank you all for listening.